George Daniel. Yes. Something missing. Yes, I do support it, and Melbourne is at the hub of all war memorials. Well, it's a forgotten war as usual. It was cold, we'll all say that. Very, very cold. It's a pity it's not finished. I remember the first day of the war. I was on Shoalhaven. We were on occupation of Japan duties. We were switched over to Korea, and at the end of the wharf at Busan where we tied up, people were begging with us to take them on board, and they're throwing each other off the wharf. The next one was at Chinampo. That was very hair-raising. Like the amount of ammunition we spent there, we nearly ran out. And the big one was the invasion of Incheon. Going to action stations at night, seeing about 10 or 20 ships around us, and woke up in the morning, and we were with a fleet of ships. Eye-opening. Three times. When 2010, 2007 I think, I'm not sure, to be quite honest. I wanted to see the results of our work, see what they'd done. The Korean people are very, very generous and thoughtful. It was worthwhile. Yes, they're well aware of it, and they don't mention it very often, but they'll tell other people. I urge everyone to support the project because Vietnam's got the lot and we've got nothing. As usual, the forgotten war. In 1950, during occupation duties, we were ashore in a bar and we got arrested by the MPs and Japanese police. They said, "You're at war." We couldn't believe them until they drew out their guns and made us get on the buses and took us back to the ship, which was the Shoalhaven. We were in the dry dock getting it fixed up with boiler crane and everything like that. The Japanese engineers did a marvellous job in 72 hours in repairing the ship, getting it seaworthy. We sailed a couple of days later for Korea. We got there just before 77th Squadron, half an hour we beat the Air Force by. We were the first Australian ship into Korea. We spent a couple of months there, mostly convoy duty, and just before we arrived alongside Bataan at 1 o'clock on the 1st of September, and three people who volunteered, myself being one, U2, U1, 2, 3, you know, the old volunteers like you and you, they were short of three people on the Bataan. So we went onto the Bataan and we got home in June later on that year. It was an exciting time on Bataan. It was a real ship. Went back again after a couple of years on the Tobruk, and we're there for the finishing, the closing stages of the Korean War, or the supposed closing stages. And the last thing the Tobruk did in action was sunk a junk. I was lucky I served on 3 ships, start and finish of it. Lucky or unlucky one way or the other. John and I both spent the same number of days in Korea, 598 days each.